Coming up on Mountain News this morning, Kentucky surpasses 20,000 cases of COVID-19 after confirming nearly 600 new cases yesterday. And we hear from Harlan County officials after the county confirmed more cases in 3 days than in the first 4 months of the pandemic combined. Plus, Kentucky is laying out plans for classes to resume this fall, but officials warn those plans could still change in the coming weeks.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Lacey Roberts, and thank you for joining us on Mountain News This Morning. Today is July 15th. We are nearing the middle of the week, so we've made it this far. Let's go ahead and bring in Brandon Robinson to see what this morning looks like. I know with the past couple of mornings we've been having some visibility issues. Is that the same today?
Not as bad this morning, Lacey, and good morning to you. Don't forget it's also tax day today. If you haven't filed your taxes today, at midnight is the deadline, but still a little patchy dense fog this morning across the region. Really, actually, now the only sensor showing any issues, hazard there. Everybody else kind of good shape this morning. We'll continue to watch. It may start to get a little bit worse there as the morning progresses. A nice morning on Buffalo Mountain in Perry County this morning where our transmitter is located, so things are pretty quiet there. We head on over to temperatures this morning, and they are a little bit warmer than yesterday. Jackson at 70 up there at Julian Carroll Airport this morning, and you see a lot of folks there in the low to mid 60s, a couple of upper 60s there. Pikeville at 67, 65, Ashland and Pricensburg, and 68 in Logan there this morning. Dew points are not too bad yet. I think they stay fairly decent today, but again, it's going to be a hot day, possibly a record-breaking day, as temperatures top out later today in the mid 90s. Yes, you heard that right. 94 is the official forecast high. Happens about 4 o'clock this afternoon. So we'll see what happens, and we'll talk about some of those records that could be at least tied or broken as we head deeper into the forecast in just a few minutes. Lacey.
Thank you, Brandon. And Kentucky has seen yet another jump in new coronavirus infections. The governor announced 576 new cases last night. That's the second highest number the state has reported since the start of the pandemic. Now that pushes the state's total to 20,223. We also learned about the deaths of 6 more Kentuckians, bringing the death toll to 635. Right now, at least 243 people are hospitalized in relation to the virus. And researchers at U of L say that they could be on the fast track towards developing a COVID-19 vaccine. Now, right now, there are more than 150 clinical trials happening all over the world. Dr. Paul McKinney, Associate Dean of the School of Public Health of U of L, says scientists are looking into 3 main techniques to develop a vaccine. Those include using synthetic antibodies and taking cells from the virus to put in the vaccine. McKinney says scientists rarely test this many different techniques at once, but they hope by doing so that they'll find a drug that works even faster. And from March through June, Harlan County only saw 25 COVID-19 cases, not having their first case until May. Now the county has reported more than double that number since Friday, with 51 new cases of the virus. Harlan County Judge Executive Dan Mosley says they are seeing a larger population of young people test positive, several under the age of 18, and that wearing a mask is the answer to slowing the growing surge of cases here in eastern Kentucky.
The virus has no, it doesn't choose whether you're 11 years old or you're 80 years old. It will impact anyone. It shouldn't have to be a mandate. It's the right thing to do. We should all wear one because it is just the right thing to do to protect the health of the people we love.
The county currently has 86 cases of COVID-19, 10 of which were just announced yesterday. And Governor Andy Beshear says that more children are catching COVID-19. Monday's numbers show that 11 children under the age of 5, the youngest being 4 months old. But the governor also said that it is very important that daycares remain open to help working parents. The Lexington Health Department leaders say that since April, we have seen 15 COVID-19 cases tied to various daycares and 6 in the month of July. None are considered outbreaks at any one particular daycare.
I mean, it's extremely concerning. Our staff members love the children like they were their own, so they take this to heart. It is definitely a collective effort. Our parents and staff members have been so transparent with their health, which, that's a tough thing.
Another segment of the younger population testing positive is teens. The Franklin County Health Department director says that they have seen an uptick of teens testing positive after going to those vacation hotspots. And Kentucky is laying out plans to resume classes for this fall. The Teachers Advisory Council says things can change on a dime, though, but they're hoping students will be reunited in person in a matter of weeks. The group says that social distancing, masks, and hand washing are the pillars for a quality classroom experience. They say guidelines will affect every single person in the school system.
This is not the responsibility of a student. It's not the responsibility of the superintendent. It's not the responsibility of a principal or a teacher. It's all of our responsibility.
The TAC Board Commissioner Kevin Brown did say that some school districts can look to start the year with NTI learning or a hybrid of NTI and in-person classes. School districts should discuss that with their local health departments. And days into the mandatory mask order, the governor is pushing for everyone to cover their faces in public. One Lexington couple, Chris Gaincio and his fiancee Susanna, got to work making sure everyone has a mask to show off their Kentucky pride. For every mask sold, the pair donates a matching mask to United Way of the Bluegrass and a donation to the Team Kentucky Fund. They have sold around 500 masks so far, but aim to team up with Lexington businesses to be able to sell the products originally. Well, thank you for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News this morning. Coming up, we talk with one local business that was in the middle of expansion when COVID-19 hit about how the pandemic has impacted that growth.
And it could be one of the hottest days of the summer and of the year. Later on today, we'll talk about how hot here at about 3 minutes.